Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about why squatting 3 times a week sucks, in my opinion. I'm going to present some pros and cons. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need a good bench press program, I put one together this weekend. Excuse me. Check it out. Link down below. All right, so squatting 3 times a week. I've had a few questions about this the last couple of weeks, so I thought I would address it. I'm not a big fan of squatting 3 times a week. I don't feel it's necessary. I don't feel it's the best option for novice and beginning lifters. And I'm going to present to you some pros and cons. This is not a comprehensive list. I just put some together. And I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Drop some pros and cons down below of anything that I missed. Just to be fair, you share your opinion because you know I don't particularly care for it. All right, I got my pro and con list right here. Let's talk about the pros of squatting 3 times a week. Number one, it gives you more reps under the bar. This is an opportunity to gain confidence with squats and a greater opportunity to work on form. You're under it more frequently. It's going to help you create the potential to gain more confidence with squatting. Second pro is that it sucks. Now, you're like, how is this a pro? Well, if you continue to do something that sucks, it's going to build mental strength. It's really as simple as that. People that avoid things that suck generally are avoiding opportunities to build mental strength. All right, the third pro. It's a potential to build big, powerful legs. And we have to stress the word potential. And I'm going to get into a con regarding this shortly. So that's the 3 pros that I put together. And again, if you have any pros, drop them down below. All right, let's get into the cons. If you look at my list, there's the pros. And I got a whole list of cons because a big, hairy, ugly dude just doesn't think squatting 3 times a week is worth it. And here is why. Con, it sucks. Or you're like, hey, man, you just put this in the pro. Yes, I did. Squats are hard, and this is a con for most of us. Squats are difficult. It's difficult mentally to get under the bar 3 times a week. Like you just said, hey, big hairy, ugly dude. You just said it builds mental strength. Well, I think squatting twice a week builds mental strength as well. So there you have it. It's not a question of more is better. But if you really, really need to gird up your big, juicy testicles and work on your mental strength, then, squat 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever. I think twice a week is fine. All right, here's another con. Removes time and energy that you could use to work another compound movement. Here's the thing when you look at programming. You have only so many exercises, only so much energy, only so many sets each week. So if you're going to plug in squats into a third spot, a third workout during the week, it's going to take away energy and time from another big compound movement. Why is this an issue? For balance. You only have so many opportunities to work these big compound movements, barbell rows and pull-ups for back, dumbbell rows for back, overhead presses for shoulders, bench press. You get it. So when you insert another squat workout, you're taking time and energy, potential time and energy, away from another compound movement and creating the potential for a more unbalanced program. All right, another con. As you gain strength, you increase the potential to overwork a movement pattern. What is overworking a movement pattern? Well, a lot of people are obsessed about overtraining, but really the greatest potential for injury, in my opinion, is overworking a movement pattern, especially once you've built, a reasonable base of strength. So it might be a little bit more forgiving as a beginner if you have good form, and I stress if you have good form. But as you build strength, you have the potential to overwork movement patterns. Small little form flaws could be exaggerated, and it could create the potential to beat up the body a little bit more. All right, here's a con, and you guys can really disagree with this if you want, but I feel squatting 3 times a week is not necessary for 98% of you, for 98% of your goals, and 98% of the the programming cases. It's just not required to reach most of our goals. It's simply not. Most of us want to build some strength. We want to build some muscle. We want to look better. And squatting 3 times a week isn't a magical way to do that. It's simply not a requirement, not a necessity for most of our goals. When you look at these programs that have squatting 3 times a week, and then you lay that side by side by the average goals of the average lifter using this program, you can see it's just not required. It's not something they need to reach their goals. It's silly. Another con: if form isn't stellar, it creates greater likelihood of injury. Now, if you have good form, then you can ignore this con. But most people, they think their squat form is good. Their squat form is actually pretty subpar and needs some work. And you know what? A lot of you are going to be like, hey, my squat form is good. Let me look at it. Let me slice and dice it. Let me tear it up. I'll show you a few things about it that aren't so good. These minor flaws, as I stressed before, when you're squatting 3 times a week, they're going to lead up to the potential. They're going to create the potential for more injury. And you're going to see some additional pressure placed on your lower back, because if your squat form sucks, squatting more often with flaws is going to transfer more pressure and more stress and more strain on your lower back, and you're probably going to create a potential for more lower back issues. All right. Another con: a variety of quad exercises is beneficial for many. There are some of you out there that just doing squats alone, you're going to build big quads. But we all have different limb lengths. We all have different body types. And I'm not talking about endomorph, ectomorph, and mesomorph. Doing a variety of quad exercises in almost every case is better for the average individual. And quad strength, we're not just talking about bodybuilding here. Quad strength is an integral part of building a big deadlift pull off the floor, etc. So a variety of quad exercises is generally better for the average lifter. And now we got 3 more cons left, so hang tough. Additional lower back stress. Here's a con: additional lower back stress if deadlifts are also in the mix. So you're squatting 3 times a week and you're deadlifting, because if you're not deadlifting as well, what the hell are you even doing in the gym? The deadlift is the only lift that really matters after all. Just joking. It's my favorite lift. So if you're squatting 3 times a week and you're deadlifting, as a novice beginner, you're just placing a lot of stress on your lower back. And if you don't have your form locked down, it's kind of a recipe for not the greatest thing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Another con: on a linear progression program, it's going to get tough and demanding very quickly. Many of these, if not most of these 3 times a week squatting programs are on linear progression. So you put average form in the mix, and then you got linear progression in the mix where you're trying to add weight every week and you're squatting 3 times a week. It's going to get hairy very, very quickly. It's going to get demanding very quickly. And with average form, if your form is average, again, increases the recipe, or increases the likelihood, the recipe, I'm getting hungry, increases the likelihood or the chance that you're going to pick up minor strains, pains, or even major injuries. And finally, squatting 3 times a week can be bland, boring, and demotivating. It's just boring. Who wants to do the same exercise every single time in the gym? I like squats. I think squats are great, but who wants to do them 3 times a week? So guys, let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.